the session. And I hope you can see my PowerPoint. I just wanted to say, hi, I'm Mary Pilzakowski. I'm the Assistant Director here at Albany Law School's online graduate programs. And I really just wanted this orientation to be a welcome. Welcome to the school, welcome to the online graduate programs, and congratulations on being accepted. I am joined today by Assistant Dean Will Trevor and Director of Instructional Design, Tom Rosenberger. I don't know if you want to do a quick hello, quick introduction, but you can at the start.
Hi, Elizabeth. Yeah, I'm Will Trevor. I'm Assistant Dean and Director of Online Programs. I'm new here myself. I think this is week 7, but it's been great. And I wanted to come and see what the orientation was like. One, to meet the students, but also to see what sort of a welcome you get. And I'm sure a welcome to you.
And hi, Elizabeth. I'm Tom. I'm also relatively new to the law school. I started in a part-time capacity in January and then became full-time because I love the culture and the environment and the community. And I think as the instructional designer, I work more so with faculty and helping them build the courses that you'll take. And I think what you'll find is that we're a close, small community and we're all here for you. So even though my role isn't necessarily student-facing per se, I'm here. I want you to get to know my face, because if you have any issues in Canvas or anything they're expecting you to do involving technology or like the mechanics of it, I can certainly help. And don't hesitate to speak up, because sometimes things aren't set correctly. And so as a student, it might not be you, it might be us. And so please reach out. You probably saw an email from me a few days ago with some information, but if you have any questions, we're all here for you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. So yeah, again, just reiterating, the 3 of us make up the team that's here to really support you as you progress through this program as you are a student. So reach out to us. It could be all 3 of us, and we will find, between us, we'll find the solution. Okay, so we do look forward to getting to know all of you as you progress through the program. So I also just want to quickly go through a few little gaps and highlight a few things before the term starts on Monday, July 6th. So that's really what this orientation is about, just to fill in those little gaps, answer any last questions that I can answer. But by now, you should have access to your Canvas course. So Tom, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but they should all have access to their courses on Canvas by now, all the courses that you've registered for summer 2.
They see them listed, but they're not published yet. So you'll actually have access to get into the course probably tomorrow afternoon.
There you go. Thank you, Tom. So tomorrow afternoon, if for some reason it's not popping up, just let us know and we'll troubleshoot to see what's happening there. Most of the time, students get added to the courses the Friday before the term starts, but with the 4th of July holiday, that we just needed to push it, make it a little earlier. So generally speaking, Friday before the term starts, every single term, you will see your courses pop up on Canvas. We also try and make a point to email you your text lists and your textbooks or anything that's needed before the term starts. So I always send it out to the new students, and student services, graduate programs at Albany Law will send it as you progress through the course. So all right, I just want to highlight a few things. My internet is really spotty today, so I just have to stop my video, but I will pop back on after I finish speaking. Okay. So moving into the actual PowerPoint here, I just wanted to give a quick little sample of what a curriculum could look like. So just to first off, all of the students that are in the program for summer 2 are coming from different programs. So some of you are certificate students, some are LLM, some are masters. You might be in cybersecurity and data privacy, you might be in financial compliance, you might be in health law and compliance. All of these programs, they have different offerings. As far as classes are concerned, you would choose different courses. So I just wanted to give a quick sample of what courses might be like for someone in, say, the cybersecurity program, as an example. So To graduate with a degree in, say, cybersecurity and data privacy, you'll need to take at least 18 credits in that concentration. So if you're an LLM student, 18 of the 24 will be in cyber. If you're a master's student, 18 of your 30 will be in cyber or financial or health, whatever concentration you're in. The rest of the credits, as an example, a master's student would have 3 credits for Introduction to Law and Legal Methods. Then they will end on a thesis, 3 credits. So if you kind of follow along with the math, it means that if you're in the LLM program, you will have 18 in concentration, 3 credits in thesis, 3 credits in electives. Those electives can be either 1 3-credit course, or they can be 3 1-credit courses. Whatever you choose, you can keep and stay in cybersecurity, or you can choose other concentrations. You can choose a course in health law. You can choose a course in financial compliance, whatever you so choose. If you're a master's student, you would take 18 credits in your concentration. You would take 3 credits intro to law. You would take 3 credits at the very end for thesis. It leaves about 6 credits of electives from either your concentration or different concentrations. Again, whatever you so choose. I know there are certificate students. So for the certificate, it's 9 credits within the concentration. If you're in cybersecurity and data privacy, you have 1 required course, which is 3 credits, so that the other 6 are elective credits. And that's just all I really wanted to say about the curriculum. I know it's kind of hard with me spitting it out, but if you have any questions, I can email you just kind of a breakdown of that. But that's just an idea. And just a few notes now on really how to be a successful student in the program. The majority of the students for Summer 2 have not taken an online course before. Maybe you've taken 1 or 2, so that's fine. We actually built the program with that in mind. We always want our students to connect on a regular basis, whether it's with each other, whether it's with your professors, just connect, engage with everyone on a regular basis. On that note, I will just say that the way that the courses are designed is that you'll have basically 2 professors that are assigned to it. The only difference is in Introduction to Law and Legal Methods, which is just Professor Fisk. But the rest, you kind of have 2 professors. One is the professor who's designed the program, who's built the course, created the assignments, recorded the lectures, built out the discussion forum posts. The second is the instructor. Now, the instructor is the person who carries out the course. They will be your day-to-day contact for the class. They will send out weekly announcements about what to expect in the coming week. And they will also do a recap of what was completed the week before. They will also do a lot of the grading. That's just how it's broken up. We've designed it so that there's a team approach for all of your courses. You have a lot more resources to use and to reach out to. You can reach out to your professors. They have what's called weekly office hours or live check-ins, and they are available in your course. So once you get access to your course on Canvas, you'll see the times that you can connect with them. While they're optional, they're not required, we do recommend them. Professors love connecting with their students. You're welcome to ask them questions about the material, or maybe you want to ask questions, just general questions about careers, about the field. Connect with them. They're actually really happy to speak with you. And they do enjoy when students join the session. So while they're not required, we do recommend them. So that's just a few things. Let me see what's next. Okay. I just really wanted to also talk about how to be a successful online student in the program. So I might take a few moments just on this. I've just listed here some tips that the instructional design team as well as students have put together on how to be a successful student in our program. So we, on the administrative side, we have seen our fair share of over about 1,000 students over our personal careers go through an online program. So the online program at Albany Law School started in 2016. I personally have also been working for online programs since 2016 at different law schools in California and now New York. And I know Will and Tom, I bet you have also kind of seen how online learning has evolved. You've seen what works and what doesn't work for students. So you can kind of attest to some of these tips that we've had from our online students. If I had to really sum it up for you, I would just say engagement is the main key. So students who engage with each other, engage with the professor, engage with the material on a regular, continual basis, they are the ones who are more likely going to succeed in the program as a whole. It's really important to just set aside specific time devoted to these courses on a regular, continuous basis. Schedule it, put it in your calendar, just make it consistent. Whatever works for you, maybe this is 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., 9 p.m. to 11 p.m., whatever it is, just make sure that you calendar it in and you stick to it, because if you don't and you try and find time here and there to do your coursework, your calendar will fill up and you will fall behind. We've seen it happen time and time again. So my main recommendation is to really set aside specific time devoted to your courses. There are more points that other students have kind of told us throughout the years has been the best tips for them, as far as, how many times should I log into a class? We definitely recommend maybe at least 3 times a week for each online course that you're in. Some students like to do it every day. Some like to do it every other day. Any of that is fine. But definitely at the start, take note immediately at the very beginning of the course when everything is due, what the expectations are. Assessments are always due every Sunday. That's consistent. It's across the board. You'll have the weekend to do it. But make sure it's in your calendar so you can chart it out, you can plan, you can prepare, and you know when you're going to do your readings, you know when you watch your lectures, you know when to post your discussion forums, and then you'll know when to work on your assessments. By doing it, it's just a great way to stay on top of it. It's a great way not to fall behind. And that's what students have really told us has worked best for them. So we're just passing all of that information on to you. And what I'll do is I'll send out the recording so you guys can kind of pause and read over these tips a little bit more. All right. If you haven't already, I know most of you have because I've checked in, but you've looked at your portal, you've checked that Canvas is working. If for some reason it's stopped working since then, let me know. But make sure you go in and check your Canvas tomorrow to see what your courses have popped up. This is what your portal will look like. Now, the portal is your access point to the school. So when you log in, it will kind of look like something like this. This is only a screenshot, and it will have different sections and different places where you can go. I will try and just really highlight the more important ones for you. So under academics, you'll notice grades. Now grades is at the end of the term, all your grades will be submitted by your professor and they'll pop up on there. You can see your grades as you move through the course through Canvas, but the grades on your portal is more of the official, I guess the official place where they put them. You'll also see transcripts, so you can view your transcripts and request transcripts, all under academics here. Transcripts and view my transcripts, as well as the email. So your Albany Law email is actually accessed through the portal. So that's just another thing that's important to make sure. And then to go into Canvas itself, I believe it's on the top in your portal, be in the top right section. It's been a while since I logged into portal, so I apologize for that, but it's in the top right corner. I see Tom nodding, so I'm correct. Thank you. And then your Canvas will kind of look like this. So if you want, you can log in through Canvas going through the portal. I always recommend that. That way you can check your email, your Albany Law email. Otherwise, you can always save this link at the top of the screen here, the Albany Law link to Canvas. And then when you log in, it will kind of look like this. It might look like this right now with just the course orientation course popping up. I recommend if you haven't had any experience using Canvas, to just give that course orientation a quick run through. It might have some helpful tips on how to upload an assignment, how to add to discussion forum posts. But basically, this is what Canvas will look like. Canvas is our learning management system. If you've never been an online student before, or maybe you've taken, say, one course and it was through Blackboard, I personally think that they're all very similar. They just look and feel a lot different. But once you've used one, you've used them all, really, I think. Other people might have different experiences, but that's my experience. So yeah, so you can use the link up there, or you can go through your portal. On the left, you'll see different options for you. You'll see your dashboard, courses, your inbox. Really, that's just other ways to see the courses, how they look. So if you click on your dashboard, as you get added to your courses, it will look a little bit more like this. And then if you click on courses underneath it, I believe it just lists the courses underneath. The reason I wanted to highlight that the inbox, your Albany Law email, is through the portal, it's because there's also an inbox here in Canvas. And this inbox really just allows you to communicate with your professors and the students in the course that you're in, whereas your Albany Law email is through portal. So just wanted to make that distinction. Now, let's see. So when you log into your course, it will look something like this. Now, your courses have a consistent layout. So you'll see M1 overview, M2 getting started. It's just an example. M1 will mean module 1, M2 will mean module 2. And then as you expand, if you click on the arrow, it would have a drop down and all of your learning material will be listed under each week. So make sure when you log into your courses, you click expand each week to see all of the learning material that's provided there. So you'll see the recorded lectures, you'll see slides, you'll see maybe an assessment pop up or whatever it is, but make sure you do the drop down menu so that you can see what you're required to go through each week. I just wanted to give you a quick overview of what a Canvas course looks like. And yeah, if you have any questions, yeah, go ahead, Tom.
I just want to add one comment about using the Albany Law email. I would highly recommend, if you have a phone and you've got your personal email on there, add your Albany Law email to it, because if you happen to take a session off and take a break from classes, we don't want to lose track of you. We don't want you to lose track of our messaging. And it can be hard for us to communicate with students via personal emails once you become part of the law school community. And any notifications that come from the Canvas system, such as new content's posted, grades are posted, new discussion contributions have been made, that will all go to your Albany Law email. So I would strongly encourage you to set that up on your phone. And if you have trouble with that, I'm sure that our main help desk can help.
Great, thanks, Tom. That's a really good point, because even the registrar's office communicate through the Albany Law email as well. Okay, and I just wanted to add this in here because we are proud of Albany Law School. So I'm just going to highlight the school itself. So the law school was founded in 1851. It makes us the longest standing independent law school in the country. We were recently ranked top 20 of innovative law schools. We have over 10,000 plus alumni network across the world. We were recently ranked #1 for most flexibility, and that still holds true. We were ranked 11 nationally, and I believe we just recently ranked #9 nationally. And we were, at the end of last year, ranked #1 for master's program in the Northeast. So we are very proud of these accomplishments. We are also proud of our alum. We have alum of all sorts: lawyers, politicians, former president. We have Supreme Court justices. We also have reputable business CEOs, CFOs, heads of legal counsel, all from our school. We are looking forward to all of you becoming alums of our program in the next year or so. And then once you graduate from our program, you will be able to attend all of the alumni networking events and the Albany events. They do go nationwide. So we have them all over the country, up and down the East Coast. They also head out to California and the West Coast too. So be on the lookout after graduation. The alumni department really does a great job of keeping you connected with the school for as long as you like. So our alums definitely tell us that they like to keep connected throughout their career, but they also like to talk to prospective students or current students if they have need any help, have any questions. So they make themselves available. Now, what a typical week looks like, I've gone through this with most of you during the application process, but I will just highlight it again in terms of what you can expect. So a lot of times, you know, this will be your week. So you'll have your readings to do every week. You'll have recorded lectures on a variety of topics. You'll have discussion forum posts that are due each week, and then there'll be some assignments. Now, depending on the professor, your assessments will differ. Generally speaking, you can expect to complete these 4 things each week, but as far as assessments go, it might be 2 or 3 big ones over the 7-week term, maybe a couple small ones scattered. It's really up to the professor how they do that, but those assessments are a mix of maybe essays, maybe it's a research project. Generally, they're more memo to client, question and answer, and so forth. But there'll be something you will complete on a regular basis. And I just wanted to reiterate what a week looks like for a typical, what a typical week looks like for a student. I went through the graduation requirements already at the very beginning. Again, if it was confusing as I listed them out, just let me know and I can break it down for you and for what you are doing. If you're in the Masters in, say, health, or if you're in the Masters or the certificate in cyber, just let me know and I can break that down for you. All right, so let me know if you have any questions. Again, you'll have access to your class tomorrow, according to Tom. And if you have any questions, you're welcome to let me know now or email me. I do want to just highlight that as you are a student, student services, email to contact from now on is graduateprograms@albanylaw.edu. I also just want to encourage all of our current students to join our Facebook page, the Online Student Cafe, Online Graduate Programs at Albany Law School. It's a nice way to connect with other students, whether they're in your program or other concentrations. We have faculty on there, we have staff on there, and we will also start inviting prospective students. I've already started actually inviting prospective students to join. A nice way for them to ask questions from current students about the whole experience, really. And feel free to answer those questions if they pop up. We also like to have live seminars and on timely topics, sometimes panel discussions with our faculty. We have one coming up next week for a financial compliance field and COVID. Everyone's welcome to join. We'll post those details on that student cafe. They're free events, so please join. You're welcome to circulate them. And I know we have another one coming up for cyber and maybe health in the near future. So great ways to stay connected with us, with the school, see what's going on. They're all posted on that Facebook page. I feel like I've covered everything I usually cover. Let me know if you have any questions or if I've forgotten anything. Tom, Will, if you have anything to add, feel free to jump in. But I really just wanted to say that myself, student services, the assistant dean, your professors, instructional design team, we're all here to really support you. We're here to work with you. Reach out, communicate with us. If something's going on, let us know. We're here to help. And I wanted to wish everyone a happy fall, but Tom will jump in at any time.
The only other thing I want to mention is in your courses, you'll find at the end of each weekly module an anonymous survey. And your instructors may or may not talk about it, but that feedback can help them improve. So the reason we give you that space every week is so that you can say on a week by week basis what worked really well this week with the content or the lectures or the discussion, what didn't work so well, and then to give us some feedback on how much time you spent on the course every week. And that goes a long way in helping us continually improve, not only within the session that you're in, but for future students. So I would encourage you to definitely spend some time at the end of each week before you start the next one, reflecting on that week a little bit for us.
I think that's great advice, Elizabeth. I think for me, the key piece of advice is to enjoy yourself. You know, you're going to immerse yourself into a world that presumably you're interested in. That's why you signed up for this course. One thing I would suggest, if you consistently want to get an A, then the students that do that really do show how they've done the reading, and perhaps done wider than the recommended reading, but then shown how what you've read you've then applied to the real world. There is a tendency sometimes for students to opinionate. This is what I think, which is fine, but it's not going to get you a great grade. So, you know, show how you've done the reading, understood it, and then applied it. And that's really one of the secrets to consistently getting an A.
Thank you, Tom and Will. Elizabeth, let me know if you have any questions, but if there aren't any, you know, if they come up over the weekend, reach out. Otherwise, that's all I really wanted to say for the orientation. Thank you for attending. For the students who couldn't attend but emailed me in advance, I am sorry that I made it at 2 p.m. and not your lunchtime. That was just a lot of meetings today, and that's the only time I could find. So I apologize, but I will send out this recording once it gets uploaded to our Albany Law YouTube channel, and then we'll send it out. Reach out to me, reach out to graduate programs at Albany Law. Have a happy, safe 4th of July. Thank you.
Welcome. Good luck. Thank you.
Good luck, everyone.